Good morning, my dollar bimbos. It is I, the villainous valuer of Vintage Volumes, back with another stack, and let's go through it. So it's been quite a while. I want to say it's been like almost probably 3 or 4 months since I went to a comic shop. Went back, and the guy actually recognized me. He remembered I was looking for a particularly obscure issue. I want to say it's Luke Cage Power Man 17. I believe it was either the last or the first one where Power Man was in the title. But he had remembered me and remembered that it had come in, but he didn't have any way of contacting me. And so it's now gone, but yeah. So he'd remember, like, whatever. Great comic book guy. I'm not a regular at that store. He just happened to remember one random customer from 4 months ago. It's pretty great. So yeah, went to the dollar bins. I expected to spend $5, and when I had the 5 in my hand, he comes back to me and says, "Hey, you got some spare time?" And he pulls out 2 fresh long boxes for me to go through. So here's where we started. This one I just grabbed because of this phrase, "Here there be monsters." It's a fun phrase. They used to put it on old maps when there would be an area where the sailing was rough, and they didn't exactly know why, or maybe all the ships that went that way simply never returned. The cartographer would just write, "Here there be monsters" on the map, and maybe draw a little sea serpent. You know, hate this art. Apparently, 3 ships have went missing within the Earth sector, and when you looked on the manifests of those 3 ships, you found 3 chemicals that, when combined, form a drug called Loku. Now, that's what they call it up in space, but on Earth, they just call it Loco, L-O-C-O, because it drives you insane after a massive hit of euphoria. It just makes you want to fight everybody, right? This is some, I guess meth, crystal meth would probably be the nearest analog for this. But it just turns out that, like, oh yeah, there's a massive operation here. And then they kind of hint that maybe it's not just a drug dealing operation. So you got this is a mobster who is working with this apparently alien. The alien is the supplier. This guy is the dealer. That's his lawyer who just got him off on apparently a murder charge. And it's, like I said, this is an incredibly complex narrative. And I think it's interesting to see that it's only been 4 years, right, between this one and this one. We're talking 88, 92. But the language has evolved so much that this story feels completely modern. This is a, the 34-year-old story. And this is a 38-year-old story. And for some reason, this feels modern and this feels ancient. It's just stilted and the language is a little bit boring. This is a forward-looking narrative. Like the idea of, doing sci-fi about drug dealing conspiracy, but like also there's commentary on homelessness, drug use. There are really sad moments in this story. And like this is just just one floppy. That's all it is. This is 20-something pages of story, and it ends on a cliffhanger, and it actually I feel like it kind of ends on 2 cliffhangers, because you got the cliffhanger on the planet where the cop bursts in to find an alien. That doesn't look good. I really hope Dark Star saves him. That cop really didn't do anything wrong. Seemed like a decent guy. And you also got this cliffhanger of there is the person that gave our main character a mission has someone behind them who is quite literally shady. This guy is not illuminated in any of the panels he's in, so I have no idea who it is. But apparently the guy that our hero works for is working for somebody himself. So, like I said, that's great. And then once I had my 5 in my hand, my guy asked me if I had more time, and I said yes, and I got 2 more long boxes to look at. So that was nice, and I immediately found 15 issues of Excalibur in a run that will be filling spots within the run I'm already building. So pretty soon I'm going to start reading a 20-issue chunk of Excalibur. So yeah, keep an eye out for an Excalibur video. There you go. I think that's it for today. Good night and good books.